All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Indy. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got? Hey. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Here we go. 49. Rock it.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
X3, 218, chopper. Watch 80. He likes to get those shots.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
General West. Hey, Delta.
Back to throw here. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's got this almost... to the 40 before going out.
Westbrook, a gain of 21 yards, and a Jaguar first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we... Step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Under 10, 10. Chopper, get it.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this one to Patrick. A first down and then some, 36 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
On first down, it's Patrick, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 30 base. Check. Watch 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
Come on,
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7. 44 is mine. Check. On the ball.
2nd and 9 now. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's good for a Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
22 jet bombers. Go.
The give to Taylor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and... Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Leo! Look at me. Zipper. Go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A loss of 10 yards brings up 4th down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Jaguars 3.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Big stop, let's go!
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Tight right. 4 down. Check 27. Eyes on 27. Clear. 5.
Second and 10. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Taylor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
We got 4. We got 4. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check safety. Tighten up. Deep grip.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Fofo to Mike. Mike Fofo. Let's go, D. Look. Squeeze. Let's go. Hey, Alpha. Shift. Watch the shift. Showing that. Showing that. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
In your face.
Snap.
Now back to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
44, X3, 218, chopper.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. General West, hit it.
They run with Taylor. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to. But I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
We got 3. Ready, go. We got 3.
Check your hot read.
Pilot, 64. Read. Check. Press down. Check, go.
On second down, it's Taylor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready up.
Check. Watch 54. Squeeze, double.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Go! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Go!
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake. Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go deep for Conley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, Lawrence. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes Cohen. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Look at me. Go. Topper. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Whip. Watch the whip.
Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Watch it. Hey, Sam off. Hey, Echo.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Kill. Bam. Hey, Zoo.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Go to base. It's 61. Matchbox lights.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Got it. 50, mine's 50. Watch the pass. Check 3. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
They come out here in the I. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Watch twist.
Rock it. Now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
X3, 218, chop.
Again, it's Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Smooth.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Get it.
2nd and 11. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Federal West.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 43.
Gone.
Here's Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. They'll run with Fournette. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Miles Jack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
2nd and 13. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Come on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
59. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, Delta.
You don't want it. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. Too little, cut.
44, Mike, 44.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jaguars 3. Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This is Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on third down, Lawrence. He sets to fire deep. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. On the return is Cohen. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd and 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That's it, baby.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Off play action, Lawrence. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Check three.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Now a desperate. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
We got this.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Indianapolis, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire